Hello everyone, welcome to our online class. So today, since we experience this pandemic because of coronavirus, we having our online class. By the way, before I'm going to start, my name is Teacher Mar. I am your teacher in science. So on our topic for today, we study about electricity. Again, we are going to study or tackle what is electricity. Do you imagine this world without electricity? Can you see this picture? How beautiful is it? Right? A lot of lights in the city. And compared to this picture, this picture without electricity. Look at the buildings. Look at the surrounding. So you can compare these two. So now you have already an idea how electricity important to our time as of our generation of today. So now a lot of questions. We use electricity, right? Every day, everywhere, anywhere, where we can go, every day, every minute. Even now, you are watching me, so use your phone. Your phone is not working, or your laptop is not working without electricity, right? So electricity we can use anytime, anywhere, every day, every minute, every hour. So that's how electricity important in our time, in our generation. Now, there's a question. Where does it come from? Again, where does it come from? The electricity. We are now talking about electricity. Now, number 2, is electricity is dangerous? What do you think? Is electricity is dangerous? Number 3, how can we use it safely? Because sometimes we heard a lot of news that because of electricity, the building was burned, and a lot of bad experience because of electricity, because they were not use electricity in proper. So now, how can we use it safety? So on this lesson, we are going to tackle that one or study that one by one, or answer those questions one by one. So now, let's proceed. Now, our subtopic is source of energy. First, we are going to study the source of energy. Can you see this picture? This picture is a turbine of a generator. This is a turbine of generator. And this one is the generators in a power station. Again, this is a turbine in a generator. This is a generators in a power station. Now, this too is very important also, because this is one of the biggest source of energy that we have right now. So now, what are the functions of these two? The turbine of a generator and a generator in a power station. Now, our electricity comes from stations. In power station, this is the power station. The wheels of blades, this one called turbines and generators. Look at the blade. This is the turbine. The function, this one, this called turbine, right? The function, this one is to spam to generate electricity. Okay? To generate electricity, meaning to rotate rapidly. To rotate rapidly. Now, the electricity produced power station is carried through cables. Look at this picture. Okay, this picture from power station, cables going to pylons, and after pylons proceed to power pole and to the houses and factories and schools. That's why now we have an electricity. So again, from power station to cables and pylons, power pole and house to the factories and etc and schools, and a lot of that we are using right now. So however, we do power station get the energy to spin the turbines. So that's why turbines is very important in generator, because this is the one to span or rotate rapidly to produce electricity. Now, we use many different sources of energy to generate electricity. A lot of source of energy. Okay? A lot of source to generate electricity. Some of them are fossil fuels. Sunlight, wind. We can categorize this into two sources of energy. Number one, we have renewable energy source. Okay? The sources of energy categorized into two. Number one, we have renewable energy sources. Again, number one, renewable energy sources. Renew meaning rewind. We can do it again and again, over and over again. So we can use that one again and again. So that is renewable energy sources. What are the example of renewable energy resources? Number one is sun. See, look at this picture. From the sun going to the panel can produce electric, right? Some of now using this one to have conserve energy. So they use sunlight and panel to get electricity as their source of electricity. So sunlight is one of example of renewable energy sources. So again, number one that belongs to renewable energy sources is sun. Next, number two is wind. Look at this picture. This wind. Wind can help to rotate this picture. Look at this picture. The blade of this tower. Okay? So look at this. The wind also source of energy, but wind belongs to renewable energy sources because we can use it over and over again. Okay, understand? So number one, we have sun belong to renewable. Number two, we have wind. And number three, because we have four examples. Number three, we have running water. Look at this picture. Okay, this is running water. From the hydro, some people use also this one, especially in the mountainous areas, in the mountain, in the remote areas that they have source of running water. They make this one like hydro plant to make them as a source of energy. Okay, again, they make this running water as their source of energy. That's why running water belong also to renewable energy source. Okay, number one again belongs to renewable energy is sun. Number two, wind. And number three, running water. And the last one is geothermal energy. Again, geothermal energy. This is the picture of geothermal energy. This one is already on the pipe. So, is not, shall we say, is only rare people use this geothermal energy. Okay, so those are belongs to renewable energy sources. Number 1, sun. Number 2, wind. Number 3, running water. Number 4, geothermal energy. So we are now done in renewable energy sources. So last one is non-renewable energy sources. None, cannot use over and over again. So meaning being used faster than they can be replaced. After you can use, you can change or replace it. Example of non-renewable energy sources are: number 1, coal. Before, without electricity yet, some people in the old times, they use coal to run that train. Okay, use the train to run that. This one example, this one, the train that used by a coal to run. But now we have electricity. That's why we have VTS. Right now they cannot use anymore coal to run of it, but they use electricity. And next we have natural gas. So we can cook our food faster because of this natural gas that we have right now. So this example, natural gas, is belong to non-renewable energy sources because after we consume this gas, we can replace it, right? After we consume the coal, we can change it to have another energy. After we consume the natural gas, we can replace it as well. So we can use another energy. So that's why natural gas and coal belongs to non-renewable energy sources. Non-renewable resources. Again, number 1, we have coal. Number 2, natural gas. And the last one is petrol. Look at this picture. Do you think without petrol, the cars can run? Yes. Maybe, yes, I see. We can sweat right now, the electric car. But it cannot last long. But because of petrol, the car can move fast, go anywhere because of petrol. That's why petrol is one of the source of energy. But this energy is belong to non-renewable energy sources because after we consume the petrol, of course we can have a change, or we can replace, or we have changed our gasoline, or we can refill the gasoline to our car so that we can run, the car can run. Now, those are the examples of sources of energy. So again, we have two categories of sources of energy. Number 1, we have renewable energy sources. And number 2, we have non-renewable sources. What are belongs to renewable energy sources? Number 1, we have sun. Number 2, wind. Number 3, running water. And number 4, we have geothermal energy. So again, the energy sources that belongs to non-renewable is: number 1, we have coal. Number 2, we have natural gas. And number 3, we have petrol. So that's all for today, class. I hope we have an idea about sources of energy. And the next video, we are going to tackle also about the different sources, how they work, the sources of electricity. So thank you for listening. Have a nice day to all, and God bless. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.